What's going on, guys? So in tonight's video, I wanted to go over a fragrance with you guys. This is Straight to Heaven, and this particular fragrance is from Wholesale Body Oils. I really like the just a simple presentation, just straight to the point, simple presentation on this. This is considered to be one of their super colognes. So I want to assume that they're just infusing their fragrance oils, the alcohol, and infusing it with an ISO super additive. These are priced very cheap. For this particular size, I want to say you can pick this up for about $4. This is a 1 ounce bottle, $4. Great strength, great amount of likeness to the fragrances. Everything that I've experienced from them, they got a really good likeness. These are very, very low priced, and I just wanted to try them out. It's a way for me to sample the fragrance DNA or the possible DNA and get a good idea of whether that'll be something that I'd even be remotely interested in. This is Killian Straight to Heaven. I've tried an oil version of this, and I wanted to try this one out as well. Got a really nice atomizer on that as well. Kicks out a lot of juice. And there's a few things that I get from this. I get this booziness, I get this depth, this saturated, really dripping sort of a vibe from this. One thing that I feel like I get is a patchouli. I feel like I get maybe some sort of date or fig, almost like a sticky date, fig, raisin kind of like vibe. There's something in there that is just, it's not really super sweet. It's just a faint amount of sweetness, and it's a sticky, spiced kind of a vibe. I feel like I get some sort of liquor, some sort of rum, something dark. At least that's the vibe that I get. Oh man, theirs is it's not necessarily a juiciness, but a saturated vibe. It's not juicy, but there's something in it that comes off full, dense, and saturated. Like I said, I'm getting a really full, warm, opulent patchouli. I'm getting something slightly sweet, sticky, something slightly spiced. I'm getting something kind of woody, something a little resinous. Maybe we have some amber in the base, possibly a patchouli in the mid or something like that. That could possibly be a citrus. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a citrus in here. It's just the way that this is composed, it's hard to catch what's really going on. It is a very like loud and sort of pungent type of a fragrance, but not in a sharp way, but just in a really full, bubbly, saturated way. Like I said, I get like this slight smoky wood kind of a vibe that's right towards the end. I'm gonna take a gamble and say I'm getting a cedarwood, patchouli, some sort of a date, fig, sticky fruit, sticky musky fruit, something slightly spiced. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And like I said, overall you'll get this loud, opulent, spiced patchouli, slight sticky fruit, date, fig like vibe, a little bit of freshness, something boozy like a rum or maybe a vodka or something like that. It's something boozy there, and it's kind of an airier booze. So I want to say, I'm not exactly sure, but I want to gamble and say either a rum or a cognac. So during this investigation, we actually weren't that far off. The notes for this fragrance is Virginia cedar, rum, patchouli, dried fruit, nutmeg, musk, amber, vanilla, as well as jasmine. I kept saying that I was catching that patchouli. The patchouli was really obvious. Really loud, full, opulent patchouli. That's kind of like the focal point of this fragrance. I was catching like this slight spice that was going on. That comes from that nutmeg. It was a rum that we were picking up on. I was back and forth between either a rum or maybe some sort of whiskey or maybe some sort of cognac, but it ended up being a rum. The dried fruit, like I said, something that was like a date, a raisin, a dried fig. That was the vibe that I was getting. It didn't state exactly which fruit, but that dried, dehydrated stickiness, that's what I was smelling. There is a musk. We end up mentioning a musk. We did mention an amber. We did not mention a vanilla, and we did not mention jasmine. Just working to get better at being able to pick up on those. The fact that this isn't the real fragrance, that this was $4 to $5, but with the right nose, you can pick up on all of those notes that are supposed to be in the actual fragrance. That's pretty good. Like I said, you get a solid presentation. This is an excellent way, in my opinion, to sample. If I want to figure out whether I want to buy that full bottle, and I kind of do. That presentation looks really interesting. I think I will have so much fun with that. So I think I want to pick up a bottle. I want to say the 50 ml from their website runs around like 3 or 4 or something like that. It's up there. I'll admit that much. It is up there. They did have one that was around 250-ish, I believe. Like I said, I wouldn't mind checking out that presentation. I really enjoy the way that looks. I love that bottle overall. It reminds me of some bottles that I have in my collection on my top shelf, honestly. Like some of these guys' bottles kind of remind me of that build and sort of makeup of the Killian bottles, where you got like this sort of really smooth, sturdy glass finish, and the fragrance kind of sits right in there. It kind of reminds me of that. So here's their bottle here, and like I said, this sort of reminds me of it. It isn't as full, it doesn't come as down as far, but just seeing that negative space down there, that juice, sort of a square build to that bottle, it does remind me of that a little bit. Like I said, what you're going to get, especially as it's dry down, that patchouli, that nutmeg, those spices, that patchouli, that nutmeg, that dried fruit with that slight muskiness and that sweetness. Perfect, yo. This is a really good fragrance. Being able to sample this and to get something that's pretty close, this is actually, that's great. You can be able to sample this, see if you would even agree with that DNA. Will this be something that you would be interested in? You're able to check that stuff out at a great price point. Now, their shipping can be a little high. I want to say from where they're shipping to us, it ran us maybe about $13-14 for shipping. So the shipping can get a little up there. So it may work out better if you pick up a few of these. I might be putting in an order pretty soon because I kind of like their fragrances. Like I said, this is that super cologne. This is going to project like a monster. This is going to project. This is going to last on you like all day. And just for the performance, for the the chill presentation, and it's like one of those thin ones, so I can kind of being able to pick that up at that price point is amazing. Like I said, great atomizer. That's cool. Like I said, being able to sample that at this price point to get a good idea this would be something that you would even be interested in, that's a good advantage. I'll drop the link in the description where you guys can check this out for yourself and see if this would even be something that you want to check out. Maybe it's some few other fragrances. They have a decent selection of fragrances. They don't have as much as I would like, but they still have a nice long line of fragrances to check out, to choose from. It may be something you already have in your collection and you may not want to use it that much, and you may just want something to kind of help on those certain days. You just want to wear it out to work, but you don't want to wear the $200-300 bottle of it. So being able to pick up something like this that's going to last, that can come in handy. That is it for this video, you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.